How's it going, guys? Copy here. Today I wanted to go over the version of the build for Selena with Icebound beam that I have been using to actually get myself into T8 maps and be able to actually do them without too much work. And let's go ahead and showcase kind of what the damage is on the dummy here. Keep in mind this damage is using DPS affliction pets. So you can see we are getting our we're getting ourselves there close to 1 billion, somewhere around it. This is like not even the optimal, I guess, setup for defenses wise, but like I was using this to do the Oriet challenge kind of thing that we had here. But we tried around 1 billion DPS. That's with pets and some extra stuff. So I'll go ahead and showcase kind of what we are working with here. We are using Goddess of Deception, and we are basically going all the way into Affliction and Wilt. You'll see here basically the differences that we are doing in the build. We are using Icebound Beam still, but we are using the Chaos Abyss Gloves to stack some Wilt and Ellie and Erosion Pen. And then we are using Double Memory here, basically for 100% Wilt chance for the Explode, some extra Wilt duration, and then gaining base skill damage as Wilt. We are using Confusion Elemental Belt for more base skill damage to Wilt. And then we are using Twilight Vestment still. We have a Traceless Pain with a 1 second cooldown. This is important. You do need the Reap sources. And then we are using Howling Wind here with Gale. And then we have Blind Vision here for the extra support mainly. Yeah, I don't know. Blind Vision I know is definitely worth it just for the extra projectile. I don't know about Howling Wind. I think probably an int necklace or maybe a crafted necklace would be better. But I got this because I wanted to test out the hit version of the build. I crafted the staff. I basically spent, I think I went through 300 or something Oblivion potions today, testing out different variations of the build, and I wasn't really having any success. So unfortunately, we didn't really get any answers, or I didn't really get any answers as to which I was supposed to be doing. But, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. For the memories here, we're still just using int on this one with projectile speed. We have max ES. We do want these to be with affliction if we can get them. And then we have here with some movement speed that we probably want to be cast speed, but movement speed feels fine as well. It's just whatever. This version of the build, we don't have the infinite resets that I was using with the Arcanist version of the build that I showcased before. So the other version probably maps faster, like if you're just trying to do some T7 farming or rushing the boss mechanic or the league mechanic, which is what I was doing before. But this version works for this. So we are running Plague on this one here. And you want to be running Subtle Impact. I happen to drop the pedigree that I got from Traveler. Gave me Subtle Impact, so I have just been using either Forbidden Power or Poisoned Relief, depending on if I want to be more defensive or offensive in what I'm doing. Then we have the Warlock tree here. We're basically just grabbing the Blur movement speed, skill levels, some resistances, ailment duration here, and then Affliction effect and ES. And then we have the Shadowmaster tree here where we're taking ES, projectile speed, wilt chance and wilt duration here. And then we are taking some erosion damage with additional damage to life here. +1 passive skill level and some sealed mana. And then we have a blur effect, more movement speed during blur effect as well. And then this erosion damage for wilt stacks. You do probably want this tree here to get this extra erosion damage. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to respec into that. If you aren't using the necklace to transition the projectile speed, then just put the points into the erosion damage instead, and you're going to be better off with that. For the Warlock, again, we are running Indifference, and then you do need to be running off the beaten track in order to reserve a 50% aura on your life, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. And then we are running Dirt here, and then we are running Beyond here for the extra 30% damage here. So, next thing, we have the Statue of the New God. Again, I haven't really I've been running out of pieces, so I haven't like even organized this properly. I can definitely fit another slate in here. I'm just using random slates that I found, which is these are some slates with reap on them. And then I have this one here with some ailment damage and chance to cause ailments. This one's kind of dead. I do actually need this -4 skill cost, so keep that in mind. You probably do need to get -4 skill cost somewhere on your tree. I think that was when I wasn't running the skill cost reduction here on Warlock, though. So you can probably get away with it without it, but if you do, just keep in mind you might need to end up picking that up. So in regards to the skills themselves, again, we have Icebound Beam. We just put Cataclysm on over one of the Scattershot Beam, for example. For the candles, I'm just running Elemental Resistance because I'm running a lot of legendary skills, so it's hard to actually get the damage. We have Force Start here with Defense Layers, CDR, Extended Duration. We have Frigid Transmission here with Periodic Burst, Magic Dash, and Cataclysm, just for a little bit of extra affliction. We have Mana Boil that I don't always use. Delayed Pain or Stone Skin is probably better for mapping, to be honest, just because the damage that we're actually getting out of Mana Boil isn't that much. I don't believe it's affecting the dot so on the skill, so it's just actually affecting the other damage. So I think the dot is the majority of your damage on this build at this point, so you're not getting that much out of Mana Boil. We do have Corruption here for your additional erosion damage. You would actually want to run Starstalker, but there's like a bug with it where it, for whatever reason, it will break your channeling. So you can't run Starstalker. It would be the most damage, but it's not working. So I know some people I've seen were running Fixate instead, just for that base, whatever, 2.6% additional damage. I'm not going to do that, though. So, yeah, I think it's better to run the defenses for T8. And then we have a Corruption here. Both of these with Activation Medium Start. So whenever you actually Frigid Transmission, they will automatically activate as well. We have Precise Projectiles here with Aura Amp and Restrain. We have Precise Deep Pain, which is very important to get the 16 affliction per second. It really helps lower your ramp time. And then we have a Summon Frost Spirit here. I put Blinding on it because why not? You do need to basically, you want to have more supports on here just because you're saving mana every time you put a support on there, just because of the every support being a 95% mana multiplier. So you're actually getting sealed mana kind of by doing that. And then we have Energy Fortress here with Sealed Conversion Restraint, and that's what the Ink AoE here is doing. It's just being a fourth, it's just being an extra support here in order to get the mana cost down. If I take this off, Energy Fortress actually falls off. So you do actually need to have all three supports on here in order to fit that in. But yeah, I can go ahead and kind of showcase the character, kind of what it looks like in a map, and then we can kind of go from there. I'll just go ahead and showcase it on a T8 here. These aren't... here, I'll just do a different map since I... do I actually not have any... well, I guess I just don't have any other beacons, I guess. I don't know. I guess I must have sold them or something, so... We'll just do Grove of Calamity here. I'm just going to click this twice. I haven't been clicking this too much yet because I've only been doing a few of these. So, we haven't gotten too far into this. I am pushing for Black Sail right now because I'm trying to get memory fragments. Or memory scraps, rather, because I want to level up my memories. But I haven't been able to do so. So let's go ahead and jump in. And kind of show you what it looks like here. So you are basically, it's not, you're still not one-shotting everything. The changes they've made to this league have definitely made it a bit harder to kind of get going into T8. It definitely, you're not just like instantly blowing up everything as you normally would expect to be, kind of at the end of day one already. It takes quite a bit of effort. The amount of FE that is dropping in maps is not very much. So I've actually gotten more total EXP, or more total FE rather, from the league mechanic than I have from maps. For maps, I think I'm still sub 10 FE total ever. I mean, the league mechanic isn't too much more than that, to be honest, like in terms of actual raw FE drops. So that's just kind of how the game is right now. I'm not really sure. I think part of it might be the fact that it's like, well, it's kind of hard to run loot pets right now, or have the damage to even run loot pets as well. I can safely say, though, in Tier 7, basically, Flame Field just does not drop. Like, FE does not drop from anything, and even from T8. The only reason why it seems to drop is that they've just added it as a base drop for enemies in the zone. So I'm not really sure, but the best thing that I would honestly recommend for players that if you are kind of stuck is, again, just take a tree, kind of like what I'm using here, where you are just getting basically guaranteed loot. So these energy cores here, to have a 50% chance to have the boss drop energy cores, and then there's like a decent chance that they duplicate them here. Those are going to be really good to pick up. Same goes if you want to do like the Elixirs of Oblivion. They're like 4 for 1C right now, or 4 for 1 FE rather. Winding keys also sell, things like that. Alternatively, you can do something like Cube or, again, Black Sail, just because the memory shards, memory scraps, and the cube materials, these are all selling for quite a lot. But the best thing, honestly, seems to be just honestly doing the league mechanic. Once you actually get your points in the tree, you're actually getting quite a bit of guaranteed money out of that. There is a little bit of work associated with learning to understand the league mechanic. I will make a video for that tomorrow to release that showcases kind of what to do with the league mechanic and how to take advantage of it and make sure that you can actually get a nice bit of profit out of it, and how to make sure that you're actually getting the level 7s that you need in order to have a chance at getting the special supports. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And other than that, see you in the next one.